These are ISIS fighters trying to battle their way inside Kobani. The city's outgunned defenders are putting up ferocious resistance. So let's take a look at that. CNN's Phil Black reported last hour those Kurdish fighters you see are under nearly constant shelling from ISIS, and they expect ISIS to enter that city very soon. Colonel Rick Francona is with me now. He's a CNN military analyst and former U.S. military attaché in Syria. Rick, so let's talk about this. First of all, what is your take on why ISIS is fighting so hard for this border city, Kobani?
Well, they want to control the whole border, and they control a large portion of it, but this is a major border crossing. They want to shut that off because this is one way that supplies come into the Kurds. It's also how they want to control it so they can get their people in and out as well. So control of the territories. They're not too much concerned about the people. As the refugees were going, there was no effort to stop them.
Right.
So they want the land. They don't care about the people.
All right, so that's Syria. Let me ask you about Iraq as well and the threat there, specifically Baghdad, because ISIS controls Fallujah and much of the Anbar province.
Right.
And we're also hearing suggestions that Baghdad could be in danger. I mean, do you think ISIS does have the capability to take that?
I don't think they have the capability to take the city itself. Baghdad is mostly Shia, and it's being protected now by very good units of the Iraqi army, the ones that are really good, and also the Shia militias. They're Iranian trained and supported. So between the two of those, I think they could defend the city. But we still see the ISIS people making inroads in the south and the west. It looks like they're almost trying to cut off the city. But as they get down into that area, they're going to run into more and more of the Shia militias. And I think they're going to hit a wall. And I don't think they're going to be able to go much further. I think they've gone about as far south and west as they're going to go.
The other concern is the scenario that what if ISIS skirts Baghdad and maybe heads south to the oil fields?
Well, I don't think they can reach the oil fields because that's pretty far south yet. And it's all in that Shia area, and they will defend that. With much more vigor than they tried to defend Mosul and that Sunni area up to the north. What I am worried about is Baghdad Airport. And as you can see here, Baghdad Airport is not that far off of the line of attack. Now, they're in Fallujah. They've been coming down that road. Baghdad Airport is critical to our evacuation plan if we need to get our people out of there, the contractors, the embassy personnel, the military personnel. If they control the airport, then that forces us into an overland march down through to Kuwait. So this is something that is very critical to our planning as well as ISIS.
More airstrikes, you think?
They'll use airstrikes along there, and in fact the initial airstrikes that were conducted by the U.S. were in this area to the south of the airport, trying to get ISIS to stop moving and to force them back. They've stopped them from moving, but they have not yet been able to get them out of there. Right. Even with the Iraqi army, with U.S. air support, can't get these guys out of there.
All right, Rick Francona, thank you. Nice to